What's going on, YouTube? Oh, we had some technical difficulties tonight. I don't know what was going on. I couldn't log in. Um, so I had to do a whole bunch of changing this, that, and the other. StreamYard wouldn't even let me log in. I had no idea what was going on, and couldn't go into YouTube even to get it on my channel. Somehow something was all screwed up somewhere, and every time I kept trying to log in, kept trying to go to Crystal's, not mine. Hopefully we've got it all figured out. I don't know. Well, late getting going, but that's because technical difficulties. Hopefully we'll get some people showing up. Shows I got one. I don't know if it's me or if it's just Crystal. Renegade sent me a text, but I'm trying to get all this figured out. Oh, what a nightmare. Alright. Well, it shows I got 3 people watching. So I know you're one of them, so I don't know who else it is. Hey, Ken. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, like I said, having a lot of technical difficulties. StreamYard wouldn't let me get in, wouldn't even let me create a broadcast or anything under my channel. Kept wanting me to kick me over to Crystal's. I don't know why. I don't know what was going on. And then YouTube wouldn't even let me go into my own channel. So I had to try and get everything fixed. That's why it took so long to be able to get in to the live stream going. So what are you working on tonight, Ken? Hey, Renegade. Yeah, I finally got it going. I don't know what happened on it. Hey, Adam, how you doing? Appreciate you being here. Well, besides Crystal, who else wants to come up on panel tonight? I got it wide open. It's just me, myself, and I. Not as much fun with only me talking. It's just me reading chat. I got nobody in the basement right now. Oh. And we got our first contestant. Please welcome Kajon.
What's up, Mater?
Not much. I got no idea what the hell was going on with StreamYard and YouTube.
I don't know. I was like, damn, Mater's a half hour late. Missy said, oh, he's on, but you have another stream that you didn't, well, you never got into it, so it don't matter.
Right. Well, I mean, I got it set up, but then YouTube wouldn't let me log in to even get to it, and then StreamYard wouldn't even let me do it because every time I kept trying, it kept going into Crystal's account.
Damn.
Yeah. I don't know what it was doing, but it said
Hey, Crystal.
Hey, boo. Tell Missy I said hi because I'm hiding chat just because I don't want to deal with it right now. And I'm
She's
fixing
listening.
to.
She's listening.
Okay, well, I don't know. I don't know if she's listening or
Yeah.
she's wandering around the house doing
Oh no.
what she do.
Oh no.
But I'm actually just popping up here for a second. I'm gonna drop my
Oh.
avatar
Oh. Okay.
and
Oh,
make
thunder.
that thing a sandwich because he come that close to cussing me out.
Who did?
I was with what YouTube and StreamYard was doing. I was about ready to take hammers to computers. It's like, screw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he came that close to cussing me out, which would have
Who?
got me throwing another glass at him.
I
And
wasn't
I
listening.
probably would have hit him. Tell Johnny I said hi too because I saw him wandering in the background.
Yeah, I'm here. How y'all doing today?
Hey,
Hey,
Johnny.
Johnny.
Trying to
Yeah,
stay
yeah.
a little cool now with the heat and everything.
I
Let's see
spent
what
the weekend at the beach. I just got back yesterday.
They were down at by Holly Beach.
Mm.
Right almost on the Texas line. They got Holly Beach. Next to Cameron, 10 miles from Cameron. And you go about 4 miles to the west of Holly Beach. You got Johnson's Bayou. Then you got what they call Little Florida down in there.
So,
Yeah.
Hey, Jay,
And Breeze.
you see what I'm showing?
I see the time and the temperature. Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah. That's what the temperature is right now. And let me go into a forecast. Cause
There you go, John. Oh. Okay. There you go, John. Now put your headphones in.
Let's see. Tomorrow we're supposed to be 106.
Damn.
Wednesday 104. Thursday 102. 102 on Friday.
Okay, I know I'm trying to lose weight, but I don't need to melt it off that fast. Dang.
Hey, Randy. Hey, Tommy. Hey, we got a cold front coming through Saturday. It'll only be 99.
Well, that's fine because you're going to be loading the truck up anyway.
Yeah, but then Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, back up to 102, and then 103 on following Sunday, then back down to 102.
Now, just remember on Sunday, you cannot go to Harbor Freight unless you go to church beforehand.
That depends upon what I might have missed.
Well, that's how I got him to church yesterday. I told him you can't go to Harbor Freight without going to church.
Which one?
Any of them. He
Which
can't go
church? Which church? I mean.
There's.
It's the Cowboy Church in Red Oak.
Yeah,
So
and it's
a different
literally
one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Okay.
literally
All
right next door to where the biker church was.
Yeah.
But I haven't heard anything on my Facebook out of a couple of people that are. Yeah, I'm not exactly a skinny mini either, Renegade.
Hey, Renegade.
But
Hey, Adam, small town. Tommy Hanlon. Hey, Ken.
And,
How you
right.
doing, buddy?
And hopefully with
Randy Corboli, hello.
I'll play like this. Hopefully with what Crystal picked up for me today, it's going to make it a lot better. Yeah. You know, I did that video and everything over the weekend, me putting
right,
the
back in a bit.
AC unit in. Well, this thing ain't cutting it.
What?
Because it wants to cut off, you know, I can hear the compressor kicking on and off and everything. And every time it wants to kick off, I'm getting nothing but hot air coming, you know, I'm feeling it, okay?
Oh, you mean your air conditioner?
Yeah, air conditioner is cycling and everything. And it is not, you know, it ain't doing what I was hoping. So went on to Home Depot and Lowe's and everything. I was looking last night, looking between the two, trying to stay cool, Randy.
Hell, at Walmart, about $110, you can get you a 5,000 BTU window unit.
5,000. Okay, this is an 8,000 I got in here now.
Yeah, but hey, it don't matter if it's a 24,000, which is the biggest window unit they make for a window unit. It don't matter if it's 24. If it ain't, if the Freon ain't, if it's not working, it's no good.
Okay, now here's a question I got, Cajun. Would Walmart take a Home Depot or Lowe's credit card?
Oh, I don't know.
Probably not.
No, I know they won't, but I didn't know that you were going to put it on a card. That's what I meant.
Right. So I wound up buying, it was the LG 10,000 BTU.
Oh, you bought one?
Yeah, I wound up buying one.
Oh,
Crystal went,
and?
Yeah, Crystal got it picked up today, and it's like, okay, I don't have time to get everything modified for it to fit because it's a little bit wider than this one.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Deeper. Yeah. So, I mean, it's bigger and everything. I just didn't have enough time to get it, get this one out and then put the new one in. By the time I got off work and got home. I'll try and see about getting that done tomorrow. Yeah, Randy, I was looking at them also. You know what the price is? That the Arctic King was a lot higher than the LG. So that was also something else I was looking at. Because I got to consider back what my credit limit and everything is. Luckily, they did increase it enough to where I was able to be able to purchase the new one. But I'm also, now I did look at a 12,000 BTU. I think it was a Frigidaire, or it might have been Toshiba. I don't remember what brand it was. It was not that bad. Actually, it was cheaper than the LG I wanted to get it. The only problem is it was wider than the opening for the studs. I got like 22 inches in between the studs, and it was saying the unit itself was like 23 and a half. Well, nope, that won't work because that's bigger than the opening I can even have.
What you could do is take out right where that window unit's going to go in at. Cut that stud out for where you need the window unit to go and marry another 2x4 on the right side of it or the left side, whichever one you're going to cut. And that'll give you an extra 1.5 inches, and you still have your strength because you got a stud married to it. Know what I mean?
Yeah, but okay, Cajun. Okay, the only problem is I've already bought the AC unit.
I know, but you're not getting what I'm saying.
I know, but
put another stud next to the stud. Okay, that's the old one?
That's the old one. Okay, you see the opening I got?
Yeah, okay, look at the right stud to the right of the air conditioning unit. Do you have room to put another one right on the side of that one?
No, because I've got that 2x4 that's coming in for stability on the garage.
Yeah. He's got a bunch where that stud is on that's
no, that ain't gonna work.
He's got too much crap on the other side.
Right. I can't cut there because that's where I got my electrical outlet.
I see that, but that can be moved.
I've already moved them. They were on the right-hand side of that stud.
Okay.
I moved them over to the left-hand side.
Okay, dear. Dinner is ready and delivery is done because I'm still pissed. Come get your food.
All right, I'll be right there. Take over.
Yay.
Yay.
Wrong button.
Don't you solo me.
Okay, who got you mad? The people at Lowe's got you mad? Mater. Oh,
Him.
okay. Because I wasn't listening earlier. I was setting up Johnny's
That's fine.
notepad for him to listen. That
No,
way I
I
ain't got to
got.
turn my laptop, and he's right there on my shoulder, resting his chin, watching.
No,
Like I've
both
done a Mater.
StreamYard, Cajun, both StreamYard and YouTube wasn't allowed. They weren't able to allow me to talk to each other and get everything.
Yes, I muted you. But
Hey, Willie.
I had it set up on my channel, my StreamYard account, where I was going to allow him as an admin. So he went in and allowed that. And when he did that, it decided that his laptop was my account. And it locked it down completely. So that's what took so long getting it, everything. You might want to grab your Gatorade too, hon.
It's already out in the garage.
Okay, I didn't know.
Thank you.
So,
hey, there you go.
Cool. Look at all that stuff.
The yarn.
Yarn.
This is
yarn. More
in
yarn.
the process of being filled, and it's going to be shipped out. Empty box. That toted yarn. That stuff is. I have no clue, and I have no clue there.
Oh, dang.
That's
dang. Yeah, you got more yarn than Missy got. You do. I thought
but
Missy had a lot, but you got more.
Boo, that's about half of it.
Damn.
Out on the front porch, I have two 55-gallon buckets that are yarn.
55-gallon buckets.
55-gallon tote boxes.
Oh.
I call them. I've always called them buckets because you throw chunk stuff in them.
Bucket or tote. Okay,
yeah.
But when you say 55-gallon drum, the first thing that comes into my mind,
oil drum.
A drum.
Yeah. Okay, I got two 55-gallon buckets out there, totes that are yarn. Okay. That got rid of 4 tote boxes of yarn. And then I have back up against the back wall of like here running straight down out to the porch. I have 4 30-gallon tote boxes, which are the same as that blue right there. Now, only 2 of those have yarn. The other 2 has clothing and other stuff from when I moved down here.
Hey, Willie.
So, and then I have other various tote boxes that I have no clue all of it. But yeah, I have yarn. And actually, y'all guys are sitting on 2 tote boxes of yarn. One has yarn in it, one has it has some yarn, but it's got other stuff in it. Renegade, sweetheart. That is got projects under it. I've got 4 projects there. I've got that gray one over there. And ooh.
It's good, Randy.
Yay.
Real good. Hopefully you got it fixed.
Yeah. I'm working. That gray one is a shawl, and I've got 2 more balls of yarn to go in it. Those are going over here. I have a shelf over here that y'all guys can't see, and it's literally about 2 tote boxes worth of yarn, and that's it.
They probably had some oil, a few drops of oil in the muffler, and it finally all burned out.
Yeah.
Mike, your name was brought up not that long ago.
Who?
Mike Hodge.
Is that about ACM?
Yeah.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone.
All I'm going to say is you 2 need to talk to each other to find out what's going on, what the problem is, because I'm staying out of it. Because I've had him ask me, and it's like, hey, that's something you 2 need to discuss.
Yeah. But, yeah, the majority of what I have is going to be made into. Hi, not my sweetheart.
Hi, darling.
Hey, money, 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 money.
Is
Not
going to be
money.
made into either shawls, like this one is one I'm going to add to, or like baby blankets, lap gowns, stuff like that.
All right.
And donated.
The reason I popped in like this, I'm gonna keep my camera off today, but I'm gonna show you real quick. The results are in.
Yay!
Good.
Hopefully, yay.
Okay, so here's the results of the findings. Which I got the disc and I got the paper. I'm just gonna read the paragraph of the findings.
Oh, that's your medical.
Mm-hmm.
My MRI for while I'm
Right.
why am I paralyzed?
I thought you got. I thought you got some grades in from PCGS.
No. Findings. There is a nonspecific straightening of the lumbar lordosis. The vertebral body heights are well preserved. No significant marrow disc or conus edema is noted. The conus medullaris ends at T12L1. But at L2, L3, there is a mild, broad-based disc bulge. Mild bilateral neuroformal stenosis is noted. At L3, L4, there is a broad-based huge disc bulge with supramost right parcentral extrusion, which extends inferior to the disc and posteriorly displaces the descending right L4 nerve root. This continues to moderate spinal stenosis. This is mild left neuroformal stenosis and mild right neuroformal stenosis. But at L4, L5, there is a broad-based disc bulge with a superimposed central protrusion, which mildly effaces an anterior subanknoid space and contributes to mild spinal stenosis. Mild bilateral neuroformal stenosis is seen at the L5S1. There is a broad-based disc bulge with a faucet joint degeneration. There is a mild neuroformal stenosis. Put your seat down. At L3, L4, there is a broad-based disc bulge with a superimposed right parcentral extrusion, which extends inferiorly and positively displaces the descending right L4 nerve root. Please see above for other degenerative changes.
In other words, everything is moved to your L4. The 2 and the 3 below it are minor compared.
So right here, that's what I read, the findings. But where it started at the L2, L3, L4, L5, and S1, those are the issues that I'm having.
Yeah. So your L4's got to have surgery on it. Your 2 and 3 the way.
My 2 and 3 are what I did last time, but now it went down. So they're probably going to take care of 3, 4, and 5 while I'm in there. Then I got
if they're smart, they get them all at once.
Right. Yes.
Damn, baby. But I have Miss Money's blanket done.
Okay.
So.
And then after that, I see the doctor on the 22nd, which is in 11 days from now, on Friday, and then I'll let you guys know what they decide.
Got some football
of what, when, how, who, and everything else.
Whoa!
You flipped. What happened?
Oh, we got some bad thunderstorms in the area.
So if you go out, we know what the deal is.
So
it happened the other night, about 3 nights ago on I forgot.
I didn't mean to interrupt your stream, Mater. I just wanted you guys to know what was going on.
Hey,
honey, interrupt all you want on that.
Yeah.
That's news, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. We need to know. We want to know, and so that we can support you.
So that's what's going on.
Hey, Sarge.
So I am. Hang on.
Okay. Well,
Hey, Chef.
good,
But
good thing is you have the information, and your doctor's going to have better information when you go see him.
she
So,
says, "Hi, sweet pea."
hi, sweet pea. So,
So,
Hey, Scott.
but yeah. Now I'm just waiting for 11 more days to fly by, and then hopefully within a week or so after that, they'll get me in, or sooner.
yep.
Dang.
Yeah. All right. He's got his food, so now I got to go make me and his mom something.
Oh, that was last night we had that bad weather.
What'd
Hey,
you what'd you
Backwoods.
I was at
what'd you get? What'd you get for dinner, Reuben?
Went out
No.
13 times.
Ham and cheese and ham and the other one is just ham.
And then Bond Street in front of church was underwater when I got out of mine.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Backwood boys. Small
Yeah,
engine.
he
What's
said he
up,
wanted
man?
cold cuts, so he got ham. All right.
I'm surprised you didn't get it on a cold cut, like little sub bread or something, and made them that way, like Subway.
I actually don't have any. I'm almost out of regular bread too, so.
Yeah, well, I just stocked up on that. They had to sell at my store 50% off bread, buns, and everything, and I bought like 4 packages of everything. Jesus.
I just need one more loaf and I'm fine then till he gets paid Friday, and then he's going to spend about $100 at the grocery store.
Scott, what did you do?
I'm afraid to find out.
Well, $100 these days don't go
Oh,
No,
very far
it
anymore.
don't. It sure don't. You'll come out with 2 bags of groceries for $100.
And
Well,
I mean,
considering I have no hamburger meat, no chicken, no pork.
Damn. I
Yeah,
got
I'm
3
good.
freezers. I got 3 freezers full of nothing to eat. That's what Missy says. We ain't got nothing to eat. Like, you got 3 freezers full of nothing to eat.
Yeah.
I wish I
But
had
you
that
know, we
problem.
got a refrigerator in the back room. We got a regular little
Fridge.
bitty little 8 cubic feet or whatever, 10 cubic feet deep freezer, which y'all seen that over here on the back underneath that in the kitchen underneath that other
Mm-hmm.
window unit. Then we got that side by side that freezer that holds a lot of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Got
You know
that
what
freezer.
you're doing.
Well, Money seen it, not y'all, but Money knows what I'm
Yep,
talking
it's full. At least it
I
was when I was there.
about.
if you have a
Yeah.
side by side and you know how to pack it, you can get it packed.
Oh yeah. There's stuff
Um,
packed in there, jammed in there. And I mean the freezer and a top freezer on the refrigerator. That
Yeah.
little chest type. Man, there's all kind of stuff in there.
and
Sure,
Missy
come on
said,
up, Randy.
and Missy, I'm telling you right now, she's one of those cooks. You can just give her a bunch of ingredients. She could go on that those cooking shows like Top Chef and all that, and just give her a bunch of ingredients. She'll make you a 4-course meal without even trying.
Yeah, but she can't do it in 20 minutes though. That's your time limit on the show.
I know, but
40 minutes
I'm just saying that she
yeah.
has the talent that
Oh,
you
she
could just
could
give her
do it.
anything.
She could do it, yeah.
You could just give her anything, and she'll make you a dinner. For
Be
sure.
up to her standard.
Yeah.
It would taste
Well,
okay.
no, but Cajun cooking it takes a long time.
Yeah, Cajun
Yeah,
cooking is slow cooking.
It's
Yeah.
a long, slow process, but it's the best thing you can get. One of the best ones you can get.
Right.
I
Just like
was
grandma's, or great grandma.
Yep.
gonna ask you, better, is that AC working for you out there in the garage?
It is working, but I
And on that note,
last night I ordered a bigger,
Yeah, turn
a newer AC unit.
Uh-huh. I saw that
Hey,
video. where
Randy
you
wants to
installed
show up his red fan.
yep, there it is. I'll get it started so that you can see it.
it.
But yeah, I mean this one here, it's working, but it's too small.
It's on its last leg.
Yeah,
Well, it's not actually you're not gonna cool down that whole garage, your shop, even with a 20,000 or 18,000. What you want to do is just have that cold air going running by you or on you.
I know, but like I said, when this thing starts up, it's cooling. So like right now, the compressor just kicked off, so now I'm getting nothing but warm air being blown on me.
Oh, you don't have uh, the
I've got
setting
it
where
set.
you.
I've got it set for as cold as it will
I ain't
go.
talking about that. You didn't let me finish. Do you have a setting when the compressor goes off, the fan goes off too?
No,
Oh,
that's what I'm
but
saying. I can tell when the compressor kicks off because the fan's still blowing, and it's starting to blow nothing but warm air at me.
yeah, 104-degree hot air. That's it.
See, Mater, this is my hobby now.
It's getting closer.
Yeah, it's getting closer.
Getting fans. I had a
Hey,
mosquito
Cajun,
bite.
look how good it's working now if I got that air fixed.
Yep.
Yeah.
How big a fan is that?
Yeah, this is probably my fourth red fan that I've had.
Yeah, but that one doesn't have electricity cord on it, mate.
Yeah, no
That's his
electricity needed.
no electricity. That's just his return air or
Yep.
whatever.
Any ductwork makes it go. Even a fan will make electric fan will make it go. If you
Right.
set it far enough away from it.
That helps circulate the air better, mate.
Yep.
That's what he uses them for.
Yeah, and then the one I had, I actually took the stand off and I could actually turn the fan upside down and then have it so it would turn the other direction.
Right.
But then this one, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Oh, we got some lightning and thunder whooping around us.
We got nothing over here. I mean, nothing but blue sky, sunshine, and heat.
Present me, mate. See what we got in today, mate.
Got your phone.
Yep. Missy went to Walmart to get a HDMI plug cord for the TV and all that, and for her sister gave her a Roku box, and it came with a 3-foot power cord or 2-foot. I said, you're gonna need at least a 6-foot power cord. Oh wow, my camera turned to orange. Okay, you can put me down. So she went and got a 6-foot power cord, HDMI cord, and when she was looking for a body glove, some kind of protector,
Right.
and for $12, it came with the wraparound one for the front, the sides,
Right.
and then it came with this back part, and it exceeds the military specs. It beats out the military specs by 10 times, I think, on the drop test. Okay, now I'm not orange no more.
Hey, no problem, money. Yeah, sorry. This one here is an 8,000 I picked up at the pawn shop. I did a video on both of them. The other one I got is like a 6,000, and I knew that 6,000 was not going to cut it in here. I mean, as big as this garage is.
Hell, an 18 would play hell cooling that down in the summer.
Actually, a 12 would do it.
With no insulation and all them
With that
cracks
other
you
one,
got
right?
in there.
Yeah, I mean, it would make it a lot more comfortable. But like I said, now with this 8,000, as old as it is, it cuts on and off so much that it's not really cooling. Even though I got it set for 60 degrees, it's not staying running long enough. I think it's definitely on its last leg.
I got,
That's why I decided to go and get that other one.
I got what you do with the other air conditioner. You bought 2 of them.
It's still in the wall.
Yeah, I've got this one. It's 8,000. I've got that other one. I probably want to using it on the other side once I get that all fixed over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say because a lot of those home units, I find it could, a lot of it could be the thermostat's bad on it.
Yeah.
And you can buy those thermostats and you can recharge them, and they're not that. Because I actually wouldn't take it out. I would because it's such a large space. I mean, how many square footage is that?
What, the garage?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like 400.
Okay. Because believe it or not, I mean, because they don't even call they're good. They're doing the same thing with air conditioners they doing lawnmowers, and now they don't call them 10,000 BTU. They're more like tonnage. No, so a ton and a half. Like my house is 468 square foot on the first floor, and whatever upstairs, it's just over 1,100 square foot. My house, I got a mini split, and they take a ton and a half, which is equivalent to 15,000 BTU air conditioner.
Right.
So, I mean, my 2 cents, I'd put in the new air conditioner and have them both running. Because the way you talk, your AC ain't that, not your AC, your electric ain't that expensive down there.
No.
See, that's like my house.
I mean, I'd put them both in.
That's like my house,
I
man.
put them both in.
The only thing is, now.
We got like a 3-ton unit, and sometimes it don't keep up.
Well, my only problem
exactly.
Is, right, okay, my only problem is with this one here, the only spot I've got I can put a window unit at.
Yeah, but couldn't you put the smaller unit someplace else and then have that unit, the new one there?
I'm going to put the AC, that smaller one, on the other side of that wall there.
No, I'm talking the one you got now. I mean, because I thought the smaller one don't work.
I could probably put this 8,000 and the 6,000 over there and let them both run. Because eventually, I'd like to be able to get, once I get this all organized, get that all reorganized, computer and everything's going over there. So I'll be doing live streams over there.
Oh, yeah, so that's what I mean. So you're going to want to put the bigger one where the one is you got now and put the 6,000 one down at the end and have them both running at the same time with a fan. You'll keep that place cool.
Well, no, I'm gonna put the 10,000 in the spot right here. Okay?
That's what I mean. That's what I just said. Put the big one there and put the 6,000 down at the other end. But you're going to never shut them off. You can't turn them off at night.
Well, I'll shut them off at night. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, once I get on the other side over here all reorganized, where I got the computer desk, the computer and everything out there, I'll have this 8,000 and I'll have that 6,000 both out there running, and I'll have the 10,000 here.
Yeah, but as far as turning them off at night, that's actually costing you more money than turning them off and leave them run 24/7 until I got a mini split upstairs. I got that hooked upstairs. I haven't put the other head up down on the first floor yet.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a mini split is one compressor, 2 heads.
Right. Okay, but here's the thing. Why in the hell would I want to run the AC units at nighttime when I'm not even out here?
Because when you go to turn them on in the morning before you leave?
No, just while he's lying. He don't want to cool down the shop. He wants cold air blowing on him while he's live streaming.
Okay. Here's the thing, Cajun, you should even know that. It's like I got hot water baseboard heat, the old cast iron radiators. It's the same principle. If I turn that boiler on right now, it would take over an hour and a half to 2 hours to heat up to get this house hot. Well,
It
not at
takes
the present
more
moment.
gas
but
to start it up than it does to keep it running.
That's right.
That's what he's saying. So it's going to cost more energy to start it and let it and cool off for an hour than if he kept it running all day.
I wouldn't
you left
run
it running
that
all
air
day and all
conditioning in that
night.
stuff all day.
No.
I'm not going to run it all day, and I'm not going to. The only air conditioner
I know,
we got
sweetie.
running is in the house. It's because we're in there, okay? But we're
Yeah.
here in the garage.
But you don't understand what I'm saying, Maynard. You could set that on a timer, like during the day, set it at 70. At night, when you're going to be there, set it down to 60, 63, whatever. But what I'm saying is turn it, put it to low cool, and it won't take as long to cool that down, and it won't cost as much to use.
I'm only going to turn.
It'll actually cost less.
All right, now, what I'm going to do is Mondays and Wednesdays or any time I'm going to be out. I know I'm going to be out here in the garage. Like Mondays and Tuesdays, 5 o'clock. Crystal, I'll have her come out and get it turned on. That way, it's already working, cooling down. By the time I get home, I get out here. I can shut it off once I'm done. Okay, that's all I need it for is keeping it cool out here when either I'm doing my live streams or I'm working. The rest of the time, I don't care. It's going to remain off.
You know, all I know, if you did the experiment 1 month, left it on 24/7, I think you'd find out it would cost you less money leaving it on 24/7 than turn it on and off. Because it's going to have to fight twice as hard, and it's twice as much wear and tear on that unit. Because once it gets up like this house, if you notice, like I said, I got a mini split. I haven't put it on the upstairs yet. If you notice, that air conditioner, I've been here over an hour, hasn't turned on once.
Yeah, what's your temperature like right now?
Right now, 96 degrees.
That's still cooler than what we've got.
For this area, Maynard, you've never been here, it must be. We're suffering like you are with 100 and some. Trust me. We're talking negative. I'm a northerner, you know. We that's a lot of heat.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it like this. One thing I don't have is this garage is not insulated.
I realize that, but even on its like garage, will still be cheaper to keep it on 24/7 than would turned on and off. Just saying. I mean, in order to do it right, what time do you get home?
It depends on how things go at work. I didn't get off work till after 6. So it was almost 6:30 by the time I got off work today.
Okay. Now, in order to get that garage to where you could tolerate it and the heat you're talking, I'm not, because it ain't going to be this hot all the time. I'm just saying when during the real dry, real hot spells, like before you'd have to have that thing on for at least 4 or 5 hours before you got home.
But he doesn't want to cool the garage off. He just wants cold air blowing on him while he's live streaming, and that's it.
Okay, whatever. Just drop it.
Well, I still want to keep. I still want the garage cooled off, but yeah, I'm gonna be adding insulation. I'm gonna be putting.
I mean, because you know, Gajan, I've been dealing with this stuff for a hell lot longer. My father was a journeyman maintenance machinist. He taught me a few things. But I'm just giving you.
But it don't matter.
Whatever.
Look, just drop it, Briggs. Shit, man.
That's what I just said.
Yeah, but you keep on and on about it.
All right, Cajun.
God, I live.
Do I need to step in again? Because I don't care. I'm hearing you across the house
I know.
and you're griping. Briggs, leave it. Michael will run it
I
how
didn't
he
do
wants.
anything. I did drop it.
And if the electric bill
right.
gets too damn high, I'm going to chew him out.
That I find amusing, but regardless. Maggie, stop it. You'll get some. You be a good girl.
Hey, Sarge, I got the link up there if you want to pop in.
Please, somebody come in.
Behave.
I was kind of hoping the bear would have showed up because after what I mentioned on his live stream last night, or he might want to show up, discuss it.
You could, you'll get some. Just behave, you crazy dog. Mm-hmm.
But Briggs, you see what I got yesterday from Harbor Freight?
No, didn't.
Yeah, I want to go shopping there because some of the stuff that I need to get that vanity and everything, I need to get a couple more clamps. And I tell you what's really weird is they have a 24-inch the bar clamp is $12.99, but the 36-inch, same thing, but it's only a foot longer. How much you think it is?
They're usually a couple bucks difference usually and stuff like that.
Believe it or not, they're the same price.
Yeah, but that's good. But most of the time they're like $1 more or $1 less, which really ain't enough to squat at.
Well, what's really funny is, like I said, the 36 and the 24 are both the same price. So why not go and get that?
Just depends on what you're using it for. Sometimes the 36 is too long, so that's why
Well,
you need
right.
a
I know, but like I said, for what I'm clamping up and everything, I mean, yeah, the 24s are working, but same price, I might as well go and get the 36 because I could use it.
They're still nice to have 3 or 4 of them.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had 4 of them, and I got a couple more. I got a couple of the 36s, so now I've got, what did I say, 3. Now I've got 6.
I like the bar clamps myself.
Right. Well, what I'm
The
talking
round
about,
bar.
I'm talking about these.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The flat bar with the self spring-loaded clamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got it where you can tighten up here. I mean, this is all adjustable and everything. So, yeah. Well, I'm using them for when I do that vanity. Once I get the, all right, Renegade, take it easy. But when I take the boards and I get the grooves cut in it for the biscuits, that way when I get them, get them side by side, I put them down in the clamp and get them tightened up.
They I like the bar clamps with the twist. They're more precise.
Yeah. But one other thing I noticed, what was real funny, is that for some reason Harbor Freight's got their biscuits on clearance. So I got a couple more containers.
They're probably going with a different packaging or maybe a different brand.
Right.
Different manufacturer. A lot of wood companies are having trouble keeping the supplies filled, so they're probably changing manufacturers. That's all, and they're marking down the old ones.
Yeah.
That's probably
like I said, they're packaging or people.
Who they get them from?
Hmm?
About who they get them from?
Yeah.
Their supplier? Yeah. But, I mean, the thing about with, the biscuits are all the same thickness. It's just the width is the only difference. That's the only thing that makes them any different. And, I mean, I could have gotten the 10s and the 20s, but right now I'm just using the 0. Why not?
And I told you I may steal a couple of those because I have an idea. So if I steal them, you'll lose them completely. if I don't trash it, and hopefully I don't mess them up.
That might be an idea,
Yeah, that wouldn't work too well. Insulation, for insulation, but it'd be a good place to store them.
Yeah.
Problem, Tommy, I don't knit. I crochet.
Yeah.
I have not learned how to knit yet. I need to talk to Darwin.
I disagree. You're a woman. Women are expert nitpickers.
True.
Sorry.
But you do realize that I have the same control over this stream that Mater does.
That's all.
No, I don't know how to knit the actual use of the knitting needles. I don't know.
It's a joke, Crystal. As far as you having the same control over Maynard, that if that's supposed to like bother me,
I don't care.
Hey, William.
I'm just telling you, because everybody that knows Mr. Briggs, he's a tell it like it is kind of guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I plan on it.
I don't get my opinion.
That's why I have a can of knitting needles up there. And I have some in the bedroom. Oh, good Lord. Just making the, what they call the crown, which is this part, I would have to make that about 20 foot across.
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to drop that down. I didn't know what I wanted. Here it is. Hey, William.
But no, like I said, with that, these clamps and everything, like I said, I need it that way I can get that vanity all made. Because right now I've got 4 boards sitting over here that are clamped together, which I need to pull out. But what I have to do is run them back through the planer. And the biggest problem that I've got, now all planers are like 12 inches in width. I got like 10.5 inches right there. So I can't, and the boards is going to be too wide to run it back through.
Did you, have you looked into spare blades for that planer?
No, I haven't. Probably could.
But you should. That's one thing Delta's famous for, is discontinuing their a blade for something. And then you have a beautiful planer that's worthless. Because that's actually a good planer you got. That's actually better than the ones they make today. I would look into getting 2 or 3 sets, and you got to, and I don't know if Delta's that way. I don't know, but I know some companies make planers, replacement blades that you can sharpen, and some that you can't sharpen.
Hopefully they make sharpenable ones.
No, but you don't know what I mean. Some companies make both, and he's better off, and they'll tell you you can only sharpen them like 2 or 3 times. Actually, a planer blade can last for years as long as you don't hit nails and big knots. But I would look into that, because I got a handheld Craftsman planer here, for instance. Can't buy blades for it.
Yeah.
Beautiful hand planer. That
Sergeant
was actually
Joe,
made by
they're saying
Delta.
I need to knit panels or crochet panels so that they can hang it up and use it as insulation. I've got way too much invested in my yard.
Not only that, you'd have to. That'd be a lot of crocheting. You'd be there for a long time. Let's just put it this way: if I don't care how fast you crochet, if you'd have to probably have 6 panels between each studs to get the thickness to insulate that garage to be worth anything. If let's just put it this way: if Maynard never cut his hair again or never shaved again, he'd look like Rip Van Winkle before you'd got enough to do even one wall of that garage.
Oh yeah, and I mean I crochet about 2 or 3 hours a day, and my wrist, I do have tendonitis from crocheting.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But it would look cool.
Meanie, I don't have alcohol.
Have
My
you,
bartender, my
Mayor,
bartender
you
has
ever
read
looked at
that.
that spray foam
No, I haven't.
kits? Those spray foam kits. I did my back room. You can. I can't remember. Don't ask me where I got the company, but just type in spray foam kits. They've actually gone down immensely. 2.5 LP like barbecue grilled tanks comes with the sprayer and the wand, and you can usually do a wall. I did my whole back room before I re-sheetrocked it with 2 tanks. The whatever A and B mixture, and it comes in. You can do your own spray foam.
How big is your back room?
12 by 24. No, 16 by 24. Excuse me.
Okay, so that's about the same size, honey.
Yeah.
But those tanks were less than $200, and that was a year ago. And last time I looked, they're about to say they might be $250 now. But that'd be cheaper and quicker than rolled insulation and bats. You could do that whole. You wouldn't have to even move everything from the wall. You could just pull the stuff out, spray, put it back. That would be awesome. And the nice thing about that, you could put louvers up on the roof and spray foam the roof.
Well, I got other ideas for up in the roof of this garage.
What do you want to do up there?
I'll put insulation up there eventually, but like I said, I've got other things in here that need to get done, so I can do stuff like that.
Oh yeah, but they make a louver that you could do to do the same thing. But even without doing that, just doing the walls would be a big help.
Well,
yeah.
If I can get the heat from up here illuminated, yeah, but that's going to be something that's going to take a little while to get done.
I know one thing you could do that could really help. I'm surprised Cajun never thought of it. It would be cheap. A roof vent like they have on a trailer.
I know.
Like in a bathroom vent. That would, if you put a bathroom ceiling fan in there with a bit, I have one in my garage. I know it sounds crazy, but I got a bathroom ceiling fan in my garage. I took the old one out, put the old one in the garage, put a dryer vent out the back of our garage, and you know something? On a day where it's not so hot, it'll actually suck that hot air right out through the attic of that garage.
Oh yeah.
That, or you could buy one of those rooftop vents, that look like they use on barns that spin. You can get those that are powered by the wind. I don't know how much wind you have in your area.
Right now, not a lot.
Okay, so you could buy one of those that has a power motor in it. They'll blow, and when the wind comes, they got some to do both. You put one of those scoops, believe me, that'll let a lot of heat out. You got a flat roof or a peaked roof?
It's pink.
Oh, you got a ridge vent up there?
Got what?
Ridge vent.
Nope.
No.
There's no ventilation in that garage at all except the opening of the door.
Right.
So you mean that house don't have a ridge vent on it?
The garage, no. The house doesn't either, no.
Have you ever put a ridge vent on, Maynard?
No, and I just had a new roof put on the house, too.
They didn't put a ridge vent on that house?
No.
You're right, Joe.
That's amazing.
Now, I've got louvers at both ends of the house, okay? And at the very front, I do have an attic fan to blow out the heat.
Okay. Well, what I'm talking is basically the same thing. Do you know what a ridge vent is?
Yes.
And they didn't put one on your house? That's cold around here. I can't believe they didn't put a ridge vent up there.
Probably
well, like you said, it's cold for you. It may
here.
not be here.
Yep.
No, I'm just saying. I'm surprised it ain't, because I know other people in Texas, they got ridge vents. I would.
Yeah, but this house is older than Mater.
Way older.
Yeah.
Hey, Crystal. The back half of this house was built in 1864. The front half is built in 1929. I think I know what old house is.
Okay, but
This
when
house was actually, but you can add a ridge vent to anything. You just cut it out.
I know that, but when the crew was redoing the roof, they just did the roof and that was it. They weren't concerned about anything else because they weren't getting paid for anything else.
And
No,
the funds
it don't
were
cost
not there.
anymore.
Okay.
What I'm
but
saying is,
the funds were not there to do it.
well, I understand that, but you know how much extra it costs to do a ridge vent or without a ridge vent?
Okay.
Nothing.
Are you paying for it?
It don't cost nothing.
Did not have the extra money for it.
What I'm,
Riggs,
it's the same price.
You have to pay them to do the change the setup of the roof to add the vent and everything like that. And they weren't getting paid for that. So
Okay. Well, there is no real setup.
well, there's a little bit you have to do. There's always some extra work when you do it.
Not really, but I'll take your word for it. But because
Anyway,
you use the same caps. All they do it, they don't.
Yeah, sorry, you're talking about an IG, insulated glass, IGU, insulated glass unit. I know all about those because I used to work in a glass shop.
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of things.
yeah. I'll be honest, I know how to measure and cut and nail, glue, and join like that. I've even used a router for dovetail, and I have done the tongue and groove. Not a huge fan of that. When it's me working with it, I can do it. Don't mean I want to. But there's some stuff I know about, but I haven't done. I don't work on roofs. I am afraid of heights. That landing can be deadly.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, now to me, I'm not afraid of heights. I'm not afraid of falling. That stuff at the bottom bothers me. That hurts.
Yeah, you put trampoline down.
No, because if I bounce the wrong way, I'm still gonna. When I land, I'm still gonna be hurt.
It's a joke, Maynard.
I know.
I could put a ridge vent on a house in an hour.
Anyways, I got the house done. Okay, like I said, I've got the louvers at each end of the house. Like I said, I've got an attic fan. It's a 24-inch attic fan that's up there, set on a thermostat. So when the temperature comes up to a certain amount, it turns on and blows the hot air out.
Your cat is running around chasing ghosts.
Talk about Chris's cat.
Baby cat. She's over there by the sink and running around hitting stuff.
Like I said, Chris's cat.
Not with her using me as a pillow. And you're the one that calms her down the most.
Yeah.
I can't help it if
Yeah.
the cat whisper.
Yeah, Joe, I wouldn't say that cardboard and bubble wrap works as good as spray foam. Totally different. RE category, whatever you want to call it. Big difference. It's big difference.
Sarge, now when I had them come out and give me an estimate on putting a new roof, all new shingles and everything down, they asked me what color shingle I want, and they showed me. I chose Alpine White because in the summertime, that white is going to reflect the heat better.
Oh yeah.
Than a dark shingle. That's one
You know
thing
what's funny?
I did do. He was surprised I did that too.
You know what's funny? There's two colors I would never get when it comes to a roof. Dark brown. Dark brown. Actually, three. Dark brown. I got a light brown. You know, like you've seen my roof. Mine was a light brown, but I'd never get a dark brown, a black, or a gray. Gray will look black in 10 years.
Yep.
If it's in direct sun. If I went over and showed you my father's old house that we did the roof on, we did that roof exactly 10 years ago. I went over. I was driving by yesterday because the front porch, they're redoing the front porch, and I went over and looked at it. And the roof looks black out front, where it's in the direct sun.
Yeah.
Out back, where the tree is, it looks like a brand new roof. I was talking to the guy that owns the house now. He says, I'm going to have to change the front part of the house because it's already starting, the granulars are almost down to the black asphalt. And they still make that roof color, he said. Desert, can't remember what the color was, but he told me, he says, they still make it. I'm not doing the back. The roof's 10 years old, and it's actually, and he says, it ain't worth doing the back. Because the back's like brand new.
If you don't have any holes in the back, don't.
Well, for me, I got these shingles here, got a 25-year warranty on them, so it's like, okay, fine. So, like I said, I went with the Alpine White because Texas summers, yeah, it gets hot. Now, I do plan on getting up in the attic of the house and putting better insulation in up there.
Okay.
Putting a lot more insulation up there.
You got what I call the cellulose fiber up there, what basically glorified pocket lint.
No, it's I believe it's fiberglass. But I'm gonna go.
Well, the other stuff, the cellulose, I call that pocket lint because that's what it looks like.
Well, whatever is up there, I'm gonna take the old out, and that's gonna be quite a bit. And I'm gonna put more in the ceiling, and I'll put it in the roof rafters themselves.
Oh yeah, just buy those vents. So don't put it right to the roof. I've seen so many people do it, and they wonder why the roofs are shot in 5 or 10 years because the roof can't breathe, and it'll cook it right out.
Mm-hmm.
I'll get it done right. I mean,
That's something you do. That's something you do in January.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, but I'll play this.
January heat here is still 70-something degrees.
But
I mean,
I'm not going to get it all sealed up totally. All I'm going to do is I'll probably have insulation probably stay about that far away from the edge.
Oh yeah. Well, it's not so much the edge. I mean, hey, I know how you get done. Cheap. Just put in there, Mainer sweatshop. Monthly fee, no monthly fees. Let them go up there and hang insulation.
No.
You volunteering?
I didn't say I would go up there.
I have a feeling somebody would show up that I'd want to shoot.
You can't shoot people for what if we're doing the job for you there, Crystal.
No, but I can tell them that they're trespassing. If they don't get off my property, I'll shoot them before they touch anything to start working.
Actually, if your name ain't on your property, you can't shoot them. And just remember,
no, but I can trespass them.
Yeah,
there's always someone with a bigger gun.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, Briggs. Because I have lived here more than 6 months, I can trespass somebody. And if I trespass them and they come back, I have access to all of his guns.
Yep.
I wouldn't go shooting anybody.
No, I can hold them under the gun until the cops get here. And
some people I wouldn't work with. Some people that wouldn't work with.
No, but
and anymore, that's what people think. I I'm anti-gun, but anymore, it's like if I went to it showed up, knocked the door, and you told me to get out, and you pulled a gun on me and you shot me.
Trail has to start inside.
With that?
Blood trail has to start inside.
It wouldn't matter. That ain't what I was going to say. See, well, one, I wouldn't go, I wouldn't show up. I don't go anywhere without my thing, but it's not that. I wouldn't go up there. I wouldn't expect you to shoot me. I don't care if you hate my guts. I don't care if you do. I don't think you'd shoot me. But if you did, for instance, I'm just saying, there's a thing called civil litigations. I got 4 adorable nieces that would sue the pants off anybody that did that to their favorite uncle.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing, Briggs. You put the example out there, so I'm going to use it. You come up here, and I tell you, you're trespassing, you need to leave, and you refuse to leave. I'm going to pick up the phone, call the cops while I grab his gun, and no, stop and listen. I'm going to call the cops while I grab his gun, hold you under the gun, and tell the cops. I have somebody that showed up at my property. I don't like them. I told them they're trespassing. They're not leaving. I have a gun on them. You need to get the police here. The police will show up, and I will tell the police here.
Right. You can get away. You can get what you did. You didn't hear what I said. Even if you shoot anybody anymore, like, and you're like O.J. Simpson. He got acquitted of murder, which we know he did. I mean, if anybody don't think he did that, then I identify as the ceiling light.
The parents, hey Tyler, and the family sued him.
Yeah, and that's what they're doing now. That's why you're almost. People. I know people have defended their home, and because of our new government all over the country, not just here, it's everywhere. That that's why I say I wouldn't, unless they were actually coming physically at me. Their family could sue you. Even if you're in the right.
You were going to bed.
No, not if I'm holding them under threat of being shot if they try to come into the house. That's the thing. If they try and come in the house after I have told them that they are trespassing and I have a gun on them, then...
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying you can't defend yourself. What I'm saying is that's why I'd be afraid to anymore, because now you got this civil... it's crazy. I mean...
I know.
That's what I'm trying to say. Not... Believe me, if I go to someone's house and they say leave or blah, 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 I'm one of these guys. You point a gun at me, I'm going to walk.
Yeah. Okay, well, this person, I don't think they're that smart. Okay? I honestly don't think they're that smart. And yeah, Renegade's sitting there, Mater's sitting there laughing and smiling because he knows I would do it.
Yep.
And he knows if tried to force their way in the house.
I'm not in a losing battle. No, I'm not in a losing battle rage. And what I'm saying is if someone pointed a gun at me, it depends on who it was. I'd say I hope you got a bigger one, because there's always someone bigger, and I hope you know how to use it. Because and I would but if they pulled the, I hope they're a good shot.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually not talking about Briggs. Him, I'd say, well, he's not home, so you go get your hotel, take a nap, and I'll have him call you. That's what
I know what Maynard drives, so I wouldn't even show up there unless I saw his vehicle there.
What, the truck or the car? Or the bike?
The truck, car, and bike, all of them would have to be there before I'd knock on your door.
All 4.
Yep. But if I saw one missing, I wouldn't knock at the door. I'm not crazy.
Well, no, I'd just look at you and say, really, Briggs? Go get a hotel. I would. I'd tell you to go get a hotel, and then I'd let Michael know that, Briggs is here. Briggs is in town.
Arguing with Crystal?
Yep.
Nah, Crystal's nothing. I mean, believe me, if it came to rock 'em and sock 'em, she's nothing. She never met my mother.
No. And
my mother made Crystal look like what's that one boxer's name? Oh God, the middleweight. That was Sugar Ray Leonard, or yeah. My mother made it'd be like comparing Rocky Balboa to Jackie Gleason. My mother was or actually really my grandmother lived here. She was she was Welch.
Oh, Nope, I'm good. Yeah, see, Joe, here in Texas it's called the Castle Law. In Oklahoma, where I'm from, it's called the Stand Your Ground or the Make My Day.
Same thing.
And
Oh, yeah, believe it or not, we got castle law in here, and also it's go ahead, stand your ground, make my day. Here, it depends on the circumstances. Now,
yeah,
like me, they would tell me it depends on my adversary. For instance, they do. They go. I mean, like, and this is what makes it confusing. Like, for instance, like your son, for instance, I got over 30 years on your son, right?
uh-huh.
If your son came in this house and which I'm and and had a pocket knife on him, I told him to leave and he didn't. I could go bam, blow him right off the face of the earth, which I wouldn't, but that's because of the age difference. But on the other hand, if someone 10 years younger than me or 10 years older, they would look like, well, guess what, they're equal, so you got to run. In other words, and it also depends on the circumstances. Like if I'm upstairs and they come in the first floor and ransack, they want me to stay upstairs and just let them ransack my house because it's, which I have a problem with that.
That's like what convenience stores and some of the retail stores, if you're getting robbed, you're supposed to stand there and take it. Okay, at a convenience store, if you are a female on second or third shift and you get robbed and the dude wants to rape you, you are supposed to take it.
Yeah. And guess what? When you shouldn't say this, dude, there's women that men get raped too, believe it or not.
No. I when my boss told me that, I said, and this was my district manager, I said, you better believe I'm going to fight. I said, and I don't care what I get a hold of. I'm going to hurt him.
Well, believe me, if I was a man or a woman and someone tried to go after me that, if I was a woman, I'd grab them right for the family jewels and pull it off, and then they wouldn't be a man anymore. They'd be a girl.
Yep.
I kept a really long screwdriver under the register, and by under the register, we had a groove in the wood that was specifically made for that screwdriver.
Oh yeah. And to me, we'll get off that subject. But what I've just said, I think people have a right to defend themselves to a point. I mean, like when it comes to a store, like me, I worked at a store, and I got fired from a store. True story. Working at the store, and if someone would come in and ask for beer, I wasn't the night manager. I was the night bouncer.
Yep.
There was a clerk. I was the guy that would walk around the store, pretend he was shopping. I'd fill the coolers. I'd make subs. It was a convenient food mart, actually. And if someone came in drunk or that, we had girls in there that were actually not even old enough to sell beer. They're 15, 16 years old. They'd work there part-time during the summertime. I mean, full-time in the summer. I had a 16-year-old girl. Guy came up to the bar. Not to the bar, might as well say bar. He just came from the bar, excuse me. He walked up to the counter, put a 12-pack of Budweiser down, one went to ring her up, and I put my hand out. No. Well, he's just buying beer. The man's drunker than a skunk, and he just pulled in. I said, dude, you got to leave. And he says, I'm not leaving until I get my beer. You're not getting the beer. You're getting an accent. The store's legally responsible. Leave. And she said, well, I'll take the thing. The clerk, I said, so I went like this. I reached over, took the key out of the register, put it in my pocket, ran over, took the key out of the other register. We had two registers. I said, now you're leaving. She ain't bringing you up. Well, who's the manager? Text me. This is my, and he called me every filthy name. He went out. When he left, I got on the phone, called the cops, gave him a description of the car right to a T. I said, you can't miss it. It's a retired state trooper car. He's heading blah, 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 east on Water Street. Cop came in, said, pulled in 2 seconds later. Where'd he go? And I pointed. The dispatcher didn't tell him which way. He caught up with him, and there he was. He said the car was easy to find. He went all the way through the town of Elmira, and he's swerving, and he didn't want to pull him over because there was too many cars around, parked on the side, no cars on the road. The guy went drew up into the city, made a right, went over the Walnut Street Bridge. As soon as he hit the bridge, there wasn't no parking.
All right, see you, Renegade.
He could. I mean, on the bridge, he pulled him over. They blocked him in on one end and pulled him over. And cop came back. Said, "Good job, Scott." He's. I can't remember what he blew, but it was like 7 point something. In other words, that man was rip roaring drunk.
Yep.
And then, and all he complained about that my clerk, I wouldn't allow him. And the clerk says, "I told you should just sold him the beer, you know." And the cop at the time said, "If you had sold him that beer, you would have been held liable." If he hit blah blah blah, she said, "Yeah, I was taking responsibility. No, not you, the store."
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And that would have got them shut down, license suspended, and all kinds of stuff for at least 6 months if they were lucky. More likely a year.
Actually, up here it's a year, and that wouldn't have hurt us because the beer was not a big sale. But my boss didn't. That guy came in, got arrested, DWI. Next, it was about 6 months later. You're gonna love this. The town of Elmira highway superintendent. You know what a highway superintendent is? I'm sure they got them in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
They're the guys that determine which roads get paved, which roads don't, which road gets shoveled in the wintertime or bites down there, streets clean, all that good jazz. Right?
Yep.
He came in drunk, refused to sell him a beer, and he was drunk. I turned him in. He was in a town car.
Ouch.
And my boss, he came in, told my boss if he didn't fire me, he was going to sue him because I got him arrested for driving while intoxicated. The town of Elmira police would not arrest him. I knew they wouldn't because it's one of their own. I called the county sheriff.
Oopsies. Sergeant Joe, at the time I was working there, and actually to this day, that company, which is actually based in Texarkana, does not allow their employees to be armed, even if they have the concealed carry license. And that is a company rule. And they did have signed on there saying even if you have concealed carry, no guns inside the store.
You'd be surprised how many people go in there with a gun and you don't know it though.
Oh yeah, and I did, and there was a couple of them. Yeah, see, even they wouldn't allow us to have warning signs or anything. Joe, it is there. That company did not allow any type of. Oh no, I left them, and as I was leaving, I put in my 2 weeks. I had 4 days left. And my district manager changed my schedule. I was supposed to do an overnight shift. I got a call at 2:00 saying, "Why aren't you here?" I was like, "The fuck, I'm supposed to be there. I'm not coming in till 10:00 when I'm already when I was scheduled. And if she wants to change my schedule, she can cover the shift." And I turned around and called her boss and told him that. And he liked me. The regional and the one above him. They both liked me better than they liked their own district manager.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
Sarge.
Oh yeah. That's why I say. That's why I'm not against defense. I just tell people be careful because I mean. Unless they're, it's like, I know. I'll tell you right now, Crystal. I wouldn't get. I mean, you hear what I'm saying? Even though you don't like me, which it's no skin off my nose. Like I said, I'm not the one that has to deal with you. If you use that as a ploy to try and go pop, it'd be foolish because civil litigations is real.
Yep.
Mm.
Well, I know for a fact, I do
go for that, Willie. Go for it because if they don't carry insurance on your vehicle and it gets damaged or totaled while you're doing a job for them, you're screwed.
But anyways, now I do have a concealed carry license, and Crystal knows that anytime I'm out there on the bike, I've got one with me. You
Mm-hmm.
can't forget, but I've got one with me. Now I do have one in one of my vehicles. I'm not going to say which one. I mean, it changes from every now and then, so you never
That depends
know.
on what he's driving.
Right. But like I said, I could have it in there with me.
You don't have an open carry down there?
Yeah,
Yep.
I can legally take his gun and walk around town with it on my hip, and they can't do anything.
Yeah, but don't you have permit?
Nope.
Nope.
I don't even have to have a background check on it.
Well, that I disagree with. I think they should have backgrounds. They do. I do agree with that because, sorry, there are people out there that should not have a gun.
Yes, but I'm
That's
saying
correct.
that's the way the law reads right now. If you are
It's
21,
like, oh yeah, but like in New York, and it's this way all over the place. They're New York started first. Now it's going to go federal. They're going to have the not the red flag law, which is a joke because with the red flag law, now they wouldn't believe someone like me because I live in a totally different state. They're going to call her ID. You cannot. It even says so in the law that if you call, it's got to be a local number. So if someone from New York called Texas or something from Texas called New York, they're going to laugh at you. But if I live a couple doors down from Maynard or in the same area, it said, he threatens, he's a nut job. He's threatening people with a gun. He walks around with his gun thinking he's Mr. Billy. And he says, you so much as flinching me, I'm going to blow you away like Dirty Harry.
yeah,
You know what's going to happen? They're going to come in that house, take every weapon, every bullet, everything out of that house. And then they're going to turn around and you're going to have to go before a judge and explain to the judge. And if you can't convince the judge, he could actually put you in prison for 10 years, even though you did nothing wrong.
yep.
To me,
And that's not right.
That's right. Exactly. Because could you imagine if, that I said that, I was telling that, I talked to a senator about that was in town about that because they're proposing that. He said they're putting that in place. I said, that's going to create more problems than it's worth. He said, give me an example how. I said, okay. I said, I can speak for everybody in this room. There's people out there that don't like you, and they're going to call you in and get you taken away. Okay? And then they're going to get you locked up. They'll say, and it's 10 years. Now, hey, Maynard, if someone did that to you locally, one of your neighbors didn't like you, you got locked up for 10 years. Okay?
First of all,
Crystal could probably go out.
hey,
No, just listen though.
shut up for a minute. For one thing, police show up at my house, they're going to have to produce a damn warrant because they ain't getting in.
No,
And
I won't let him in the. I won't let him in the door.
they're not. No police are going to come into this house, take any of my weapons from me without a warrant, and then no.
I have no problem saying scoot back, and I'll step outside. I've done that in Oklahoma, and I've done that here. If any police officer wants to come in, they need to give me a search warrant and a valid reason. But with that red flag law, they're going to, as soon as I step outside, unless I lock the door when I step outside, they're going to casually move me off the porch and come in the house.
Yeah, and there's only one problem with that attitude, Maynard. And I'm not saying that I understand. It's stupid.
No,
it's stupid. You know why? Because what if you could? Chances are you'd be able to beat it. Is what I'm saying. You could prove that guy. That's just a loudmouth that don't like you. That's trying to take away your rights.
Right, but here's the problem. I gotta pay money to get my own property back. That is what sucks. With that red
okay,
flag.
so would you rather spend money to get your property back or go to prison for life?
Why would I have to spend money to get my own property back when some nut job wouldn't lie about me?
Okay, you're right. But here's the thing though. See, that's where the civil litigation comes into your favor. Not only could you say you win, if you come in, prove, this guy, all you'd have to, and they're hard people that have won that, then you could turn around and sue him, and he could be the one sitting in a poorhouse. It ain't worth dying for or going to prison, because if you did that, then you're going to make it look like, hey, look, this guy was right. You're proving his point.
No, they gotta have constitutional. Okay.
I understand what you're saying.
I have constitutional rights.
You're right, Maynard. But listen to what I'm saying.
But the red flag law will.
Right, it's all protected by the Constitution.
Guess what?
The red flag law violates it, and they're going to go with city, state, city, county, state, federal.
Hey, Crystal, do you understand what I'm trying to tell your bonehead boyfriend over there?
Yes.
It ain't worth fighting something like that. I mean, you got to agree. It ain't. I understand, Maynard, because here's what I'm saying. I'm going to tell you what I was going to say. The reason why I don't like that red flag law, I told that senator. I said, because what's going to happen is, say you were peaceful, gave them your weapons, and you were found guilty, and they put you in jail for 10 years, right? Crystal could hold up, could pay the bills, I'm sure, go out, get a job, and keep your house, and then you'd get out, you'd still have your house and everything. But she couldn't pay the bills on the motorcycle, your truck, and that. You'd be lucky. You'd walk out. You'd have a house and probably your one motorcycle that was paid for, and maybe the car that was paid for, right?
Yep.
And as soon as you got out of that jail cell, you'd be looking for that person. You'd be out for blood, and you wouldn't care what it would take to get to him, because he lied about you, and you'd want revenge.
No, he wouldn't, because I would. If he did, I would get him.
You'd get who?
Like I said, I guarantee you. It wouldn't even go to that step, because, like I said, first of all, police, if they were to show up, I'd say, you got a warrant? Search warrant? Nope, bye.
But
no, they have a warrant. They would have a warrant.
With what he's talking about, they don't need it. We saw this.
Oh, yeah, no, they get one automatically.
Yeah, they get it.
The red flag log, they just go in, the judge signs it, and they come in, they take it.
And I have a way I can delay them. I don't have the keys to either one of your cabinets, and they can wait till you peacefully come here and unlock it.
They take the whole cabinet.
Not the way I've got them.
No, because if they take the cabinet without doing an inventory on it, then we can actually charge them with theft.
No, don't take the cabinet off the wall if they have to. Believe me.
Sergeant, I'm good without the trolls. Shush.
Yeah.
Shush, Sarge.
Right. Well,
Sarge, I know what you're saying, Maynard, but sometimes it ain't worth fighting it.
I'm still going to fight it. That's my constitution.
I mean, I'm talking physically. I'm not going to pull a weapon on a because you know something. I wouldn't argue with a cop, because that's where it's not the cop's fault. He's just doing his job.
Well, for one thing, first thing that happened is I get my phone out. I start recording.
Oh yeah, hey, I would record them. I would let them take those weapons, and then that's where your civil litigation works. You could, once you won, you could sue. They even put that in the red flag law. You can sue the person that made the false claim for the money, and also monetary damages for lying. Because there's a guy that actually won his red flag case in California, actually, of all states. The next door neighbor did not like guns, and he went hunting every year, and he went target practicing. And this woman next door asked him, why does he do that? And he says, the same reason you said, because it's my constitutional right, and I want to keep. I like to hunt, and I eat the meat. I'm not one of these guys that kill a deer, for instance, and leave it on the side of the road, or not the side of the road, out in the woods. I'm not Elmer Fudd, in other words. Elmer Fudd says, oh, I don't hunt. I just do it for sport, He said, and they didn't like it.
Okay, yeah, well, you deserve what you got. Tommy, you're in the UK or Ireland? That's going to help me on how I phrase it.
All right. Well, to me, okay, your local police is. The hell have I got flying around me?
Like your town police, the ones that based there in the city, in the town you live in. Then you have the ones that for the county. Okay, and for us, how many counties does Texas have? Okay, well, Oklahoma has. I'll go with that because they have 77 counties. Okay, you have your state, your city, which is the first contact with anybody. Then you have the next one over is your county. Those are okay. You're in Ireland, so you were in Dublin. Dublin is your city. The county that Dublin is in, or would be your county cops, and you don't have states, so yours would go straight to federal.
Yeah, and you're forgetting one thing. There's another difference. State, your local cops can only have jurisdiction in your town unless they pursue somebody out of the town. But then they still have to call the county or the state to help back them up. But they can still make the arrest. Also, a sheriff can cover the entire county that you live in. But the difference is, you could have a bad cop that you can't get rid of unless the town board fires them. A sheriff is elected by the people. Where the state trooper it can't be fired that easy because they're appointed and hired.
Nice, Joe. I'm glad everything was dropped. Did you get your money back? But you have your city, and that is like for us, it's just our city, our town. That's it. When we go outside of city limits, then it comes to Ellis County, then it goes from Ellis County Police to the state of Texas, and then it goes from Texas to federal. Now, the county sheriffs and state sheriffs are actually higher than the county police.
There's one higher than even the Texas state trooper. You guys, that's where Texas has got something that no one else has, the Texas Ranger. They have more authority than all law enforcement in Texas.
Yes. But
Texas Ranger can go anywhere.
Yep. They can even go all the way up to Montana. They can go across state lines and everything. The only thing they have to do is check in with one station, and they prefer it to be federal, but it doesn't matter.
Or state. They have to check in with the local jurisdiction, basically. If I went down and if someone from New York, Texas, California, Ohio went down and killed somebody in Texas, or they would have to. They could come up here. They could go if they were from my town or Rochester, Syracuse, any place. They'd have to go to the local po up there, as some people call it, or the fuzz, and check in, go in, boom. And drag them back. But that's one thing about Texas Ranger, though. I know it's like when you watch Walker, Texas Ranger, there's one thing I know people have said it. Like here, they got to treat them with kid gloves. They got to put them in the back of a car. They got to make sure they have AC. The Texas Ranger can throw them in the back end of a pickup truck and drive them across the country and get rained on, snowed on. There ain't jack they can do about it.
Oh. That's karma for you, Sarge. Yeah, they like they were saying. Okay, like where Chris and I live. Okay, here in the city where we live at, the police only have jurisdiction inside city limits. They can't go to, because we live here in this, and Ennis cop cannot go and do law enforcement, say in Waxahachie. He's out of his jurisdiction.
Mm-hmm.
And same with Waxahachie, they can't come over
unless he's pursuing somebody.
And they have to call them.
Right.
They have to call.
Just bear with me, okay? So, here the thing is, so that's how a city police are. Now, the county sheriff, they can go anywhere within the jurisdiction of the county itself. It don't matter what city or town, they have jurisdiction in the entire county. Now, when Chris and I go to Corsicana, that's in the Navarro County, Okay, so Ellis County Sheriff cannot go down there unless they're pursuing someone, but they cannot go down there to fight crime. Now, the only time you'll
No.
see them going down there, say that the Barrow County Sheriff has got
You,
someone
Joe?
wanted for something here, so Ellis County will go down there, check in to the jail, and pick them up. But the sheriff here cannot do any law enforcement down there. Now, a state trooper, now he has jurisdiction over the entire state. They can go to any county, any city, it doesn't matter. They can go
Yes,
anywhere.
Tommy.
Right, they can go
Yes.
anywhere. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, there is a sheriff in
the only thing is take the ranger out because it's only for Texas. Oklahoma doesn't have rangers. Wisconsin doesn't have rangers. That one is specific to Texas, but it's state and then federal. And there
Yeah,
and
Texas is unique that way because actually the Texas Rangers are the oldest law enforcement in the country.
Yep.
Yeah, but you've got it right for us, and then you add federal in behind the ranger or in front of the ranger, and everything's fine.
But yeah, we have a sheriff. We elect a sheriff in every county, and we have
Yeah,
the main
that's
sheriff,
everywhere.
and then you've got all his deputies, county constables, deputies, stuff like that, who's under him.
That's one thing I've always said. I think all police, all sheriffs, all chief of police, everything. I think even like maybe not the deputies it's like my town cop. I think our chief of police should be elected. I don't think they should be appointed by a town board. Just like the review board shouldn't be a cop reviewing a cop.
True, it should be a unbiased outside
A citizen community
right.
with one cop on the board as well. One cop. It should be, but it should be an open forum. Like if a cop does an unconstitutional arrest, you should be able to go. It should be the town, a separate board that meets sort of like your city hall meeting, and it should be open to the public, so the public has their 2 cents to put in too, because we pay their salaries.
Now,
And the police officer on panel is from a different town or county.
right. That's
It shouldn't be from a different county or that. That part I disagree with because it'd be like okay, if I lived there, it'd be like you coming up to my area, for instance, if you live right in the county next door, and because you could have an egg up your butt for that cop and vote him out and get to fire him when he don't have nothing to do with your town. It should be the people that he represents that control where he's at.
Right, but here's
That part.
something. Hey, Briggs, how about this? Okay, tell you here in Ellis County, we have a panel that's by the citizens. Okay, we have one law enforcement officer that's from a separate county that's on that board. So in other words, his input has what happens here in Ellis County.
Yeah.
He doesn't know anything about it. That way he can be
Oh yeah.
totally impartial.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's like I'll give you a good one. It's like my flag. I bought 8 flagpoles up at Harbor Freight, and I started putting them in neighbors' yards, my yards, and I went over on the south side of town. Some guy I knew, his father wanted a flagpole, so I pulled up, and facing the wrong way of the street to unload the cement and that, because I bury them deep, because I don't want, you know what I mean? You saw what they did to the pole out here, so I bought a bunch of cement, and I was like diagonal in out of his driveway, facing the wrong way, right? A sheriff came by, and his son opened his big mouth and said, "There goes Barney."
Oh,
Sheriff, and he drove by, came by. Oh, and turned around, came back, looked at me. "Is that your truck?" I said, "Yep." "So I'm a Barney, huh?" I didn't call you Barney. You know, you're right. But being I'm a Barney, I might as well do my job. wrote me a ticket for a bad parking, illegal parking the wrong direction or whatever. I said, just unloading. So, don't matter. So he wrote me a ticket. I said, well, that's an unconstitutional arrest. And he says, ticket. And he says, how's that? Because you're retaliating because someone called you Barney.
Yep.
Maybe so. Prove otherwise. Well, I got you on camera, and I was right, and I ran and he called me that, and I said, okay, pig. I said, I called him every filthy name in the book. I'm sure you can only imagine what I was calling that cop. Guess what? I got to go to court.
Yeah.
Either plead guilty or not guilty. I'm going to plead not guilty.
All right, hang on, Briggs. Okay, so the sheriff or his deputies, constable, they would actually come in. Yes, they would come in and assist the local police if they request it. The local police can actually put it out that they need assistance, and dispatch, would then contact the sheriff, say, hey, do you have any officers in this area at this time? We have our local police that are needing assistance, and they would go and help.
Yeah. And
But
their jurisdiction is the county lines.
Is the county line, yeah. They usually stay in the county.
Yeah, and they can also patrol like the city cops would.
Yep.
They can, but they have a huge area to patrol.
Yeah. Did you see those two, that city cop and sheriff's department? They're got in a fight. The off-duty sheriff was almost fighting was fighting, saying because this guy, he pulled over a guy. It was on the news where this off-duty sheriff pulled over a guy and was fighting with the county sheriff, the county city police on it, telling his deputies they're our enemies.
No, didn't see that.
Mm-mm.
Oh yeah, I'll have to try and if I find the link, I'll send it to you. I mean, this is a grown sheriff that's saying that the city cops, where they basically work in the same jurisdiction, you know what I mean? Only the county, he can go further because he is the sheriff. He's calling the city police in this area their enemy.
Okay, now that's powers went to his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing. I think these people that want police reform, I think we do need police reform. I mean, but I think it needs to be, and because I'm sorry, it's like what happened to me the other day. I'm sorry, that cop should have turned around, came by, and looked at him and said, you're right, you can legally do that, but you shouldn't really be. I didn't do nothing to you, so why you call me Barney? You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the other guy was the one that called him Barney, not you.
Yeah, and I get the ticket, and I'm going to tell that to the judge.
Now,
maybe he'll listen.
One thing I will say, when it comes to police reform, one thing I would love to see happen is for them to actually know what the law is, because there's so many cops. Crystal and I, we watched so many different videos about police officers that do not know what the law is. And they try and say, oh, well, you got to do this. No, I don't. Okay? For one thing, say Crystal and I are going down the road, and a police officer pulls me over, and I'm driving, okay? He has to tell me why he pulled me over, okay? First thing they usually do is I need to see your driver's license and insurance, okay? I would look at him and go, why did you pull me over? He has to tell me why he pulled me over before I have to show identification and insurance.
Mm-hmm.
If he cannot come up with a sound reason as far as what law infraction I have broken, I do not have to show identification. Now, okay.
Well, just like she don't have to show ID, why she to her because she's a passenger.
Right. That's what I'm getting to. So say I got caught for speeding. Okay, he tells me, okay, fine, hand my driver's license, insurance. Like you said, he has no right to ask her or demand for her to show identification.
Only
they
one
have,
way.
if she violated some kind of law.
If
No,
I
yep. If he has like a wanted poster and it's clearly her, he can, like a wanted poster of her for petty larceny, and it's a picture of her without her glasses on. He can look at it and say, "Doesn't that look like you?" Anybody can put on a pair of
Just like
glasses.
my sister.
Yep.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
But
Now,
see,
Joe.
that's right. Yeah, and that's the one thing. Police officers do not know what the law is, and they will try and make up the law themselves.
That's why, Joe.
Yeah, Joe, you're not. Now you're from what I've seen, you're not exactly a
Kenny Minnie.
string mate, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean
I
that's
went
one
in
thing.
and
To me,
I
I would
ordered out
love to,
at 3 a.m.
I would love to see police officers that if they don't know the law, they need to go back to the police academy and start learning what the law is.
They
Okay?
probably need to go update the books that they use first. Yeah,
It's
I mean,
right. Now I'll see the guys that do First Amendment audits. They already know what the law is, okay? They know where they can stand, where they can go, and everything, and filming. And yet I see people that throw a big hissy fit. Okay, well you're in the post office videotaping, okay?
aw, you're little. I'm
It's
6'1".
right.
You're small.
It's a public building, okay? It's legal to videotape in a public place.
Who's your favorite auditor, Maynard? Mine is I'm against the press. You ever seen him?
Yeah. I'm trying to remember. News Now Patrick.
What's his name?
News Now Patrick. He's here
Okay.
in Texas. There's him, and then there's David. Both of the guys are here in Texas. Now, I do know she's okay. I'm not that really big thrilled about her. But you got, was it Carolina? Something Carolina.
There's some of them like I don't like one's called Acura Amanda. Deletes laws. That guy wants to eliminate. He wants to run for governor of Ohio, and he's got one guy there in Ironton. Like one guy got pulled over, and another auditor got pulled over in Ironton, and they asked him where his license is, and he goes, "Well, I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't need a license." He's like, "The only reason why you want a license is so you can track me."
Ooh.
Well, see now, to me, I would say as far as sovereign citizen, they need to take some Imodium because they're full of it. But to me, that's the one thing I see wrong with a bunch of police is they don't know what the law is. First Amendment protected activity. Filming in public or on public property is legal. There's nothing illegal about it. Yet they'll say, "Oh, I need to see some ID," and they'll go. But one thing I love hearing the guys say, they say, "Well, what crime do you suspect me of committing?" Well, it's suspicious activity. They'll go, "Is that a felony or a misdemeanor?" And the cop can't say it's a felony or a misdemeanor. It's right then and there. If they can't say they've done a misdemeanor or a felony, they should shut up.
Yep. If you're not a stop and ID state, then they don't have to do anything.
Yep. And Texas is not a stop and ID.
Yeah. Now, in that scenario where Michael and I got stopped and I'm in the passenger seat, unless they see me reaching for the gun that he has in the vehicle, or I'm sitting there smoking a joint or something that is, or drinking alcohol while he's driving, there's nothing they can do.
Now,
Ain't
you
smoking pot
can.
illegal in Texas?
It depends. They yes and no. If I'm smoking, I have to have a license to be able to buy it.
Oh, well,
Not
like in
here
New
in
York, they made it legal.
Texas is not legal. Oklahoma, yes, it is legal. But here
With
in
a
Texas,
medical card.
not even in Texas.
Yeah.
Not here in Texas, it's still not legal with a medical card.
Okay.
They have not passed that. But now here's something you're wrong on. You could be drinking a beer while I'm driving, and that's legal. Because
Believe it or not, I believe that's it. I can't remember. I think they changed that law in New York. Like I could drink a beer and drive down and have someone else drive.
Honey, it's called an open container.
But you are the one in control of it. As long as the cop doesn't smell alcohol in my breath, and if he wants to do a breathalyzer and I show 0, then he can't charge me with DUI. I had a cop try that one time. Didn't work.
I'd flat out look at him. I'm drunk. Why do you think he's driving?
Right. Now, I did get pulled over one night, and the reason he stopped me was because I had a taillight bulb out. I didn't know it was out. Now, he asked me questions. I'm now knowing I should not have answered. But if I'd answered it the way I know now, he would have given me the sobriety test.
He would have what?
Yeah, you can't refuse the sobriety
He would not
test.
have given me a sobriety. No.
Oh, you wouldn't have?
No, he would not, because I would not have answered his questions.
It's like some people don't like these checkpoints.
Yep.
And the DWI checkpoints, I actually agree with a DWI checkpoint. Because you just drive through, they ask if you've been drinking, you say yes or no. The reason why they want you to speak, because if they can smell alcohol in your breath, then they'll put you to the side. I have no problem getting a drunk off the road. That's all I got to say about that. You know, I seen what drunk driver's accent looks like.
Ooh.
Just like people at text while driving. I posted a link to my Facebook page. They found the guy's headshot. The guy drove under a truck. His head was in the back seat. The cell phone was still in his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Anthony.
Hey, Anthony. How you doing? Now, one thing that, Briggs, you mentioned, it just reminded me. Okay.
You only got a few more minutes, honey.
I know. I only got 2 more minutes. I know.
Yeah, and you got stuff to do.
They are wanting to, do away with the Second Amendment, and they're wanting to abolish and make all these certain rifles and everything illegal. To me, I'd be going, okay, how many people were killed by drunk drivers, say, in 2021, okay? Find out what kind of car they were driving, say, that's a deadly vehicle. I want that one removed off the highway because it caused a death. Same thing. It's still something that has to be operated by a human. The car ain't going to do it. Same way as that rifle. That rifle, I got several in there. They haven't gone off the whole time.
Oh yeah, that's another thing they want to do that makes no sense. Like here's a good one, Maynard. That they want to do. Okay, so if I walk in your house and try and steal and beat up Crystal or beat up you or whatever, and I get shot, right?
You're gonna sue
that
because you got hurt.
No, I won't sue because believe me, I would hope Maynard would pull out that gun and defend himself. Okay. Not only can my family sue, you guys take your house, take your cars, take your motorcycles, take all your money you got, and just leave you with the clothes on your back and And if my nieces could be generous, say, "Oh, you want to stay there? Here's your rent." They could. I mean, that's actually happened. But then they could turn around and sue the gun manufacturer. It's not like they put a robot brain in Maynard's head and said, "Shoot this man." But now they're trying to make it so they can sue the gun manufacturer.
Oh, yeah.
And
didn't do
in the
anything. They shouldn't, because gun manufacturer didn't have anything to do with it.
exactly. But what's going to happen then? If all it's going to take, you mark my words, as soon as one gun manufacturer gets sued, they'll pull out of the United States and say, "Forget it, we're not selling crap here. Bye."
Sergeant Joe, Anthony has his wrench. We didn't know he had lost it.
Yep.
I actually have been one of the channels I was subscribed to. I'm still subscribed to her. I actually had been blocked from her channel, and that was one of the trolls that's out there. Nobody can find this guy, and nobody knows how to shut him down. He went in and he took half a dozen of her people and blocked them. She didn't know I had been blocked. I had to get into her StreamYard, go up on panel, and tell her that I was blocked.
Hey,
And then she had to repeat a whole bunch of stuff.
All right. Well, it's already after 9:30, and
Yep.
I got trash to get ready for in the morning, and of course get ready for work. Got another long day, another hot long day.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I had problems earlier. Hopefully, Crystal and I've got that all straightened out.
Yeah, I started StreamYard on a different account.
Yeah. So hopefully.
He goes by. Shoot, can't remember if it's Gary or Hank. Yeah, if I could get him, I would. I would have no problem saying, "Here, hey, if y'all guys find this one, he's a troll. He has been for years, and he's been caught. If y'all find him."
Hey, Tonio, I don't have a wrench either anymore, so don't feel bad. I used to have one. It's not like I abuse it or that.
Yeah. All right, Sarge.
Bye, Joe.
Yeah. All right. Well, I gotta get going that way, because, like I said, I got the trash and everything done.
I'm out.
Everything down out here. Get in there. Get all that kind of stuff done. Then ready for bed. So, till next time, everybody stay safe. God bless.